I got some Phillips Hue Lights for prettiness. And basically, I'm playing set deck. This is the money winner. The Camlink Card. Stream Deck XL. Unbelievable. And the other Phillips Hue Light. Whoops. There you go. So clearly we have a little bit of work to do. I'm extremely excited to get started. So let's go. First up is the Ulanzi Claw Quick Release Ballhead. This was recommended to me by another streamer. Can't remember his channel name right now, but yeah, I basically bought everything off of his stream list, so that's pretty powerful advertising, good for you. The reason I bought this is because I want to be able to, this is my primary camera for shooting this channel, and it will be my primary streaming camera, so I wanted to be able to have a quick release solution, a really sturdy, well recommended, not something flimsy that's gonna like flop the camera forward or whatever. So I bought this hoping that it would be as good as everybody says it is, and also the quick release function is incredibly good because, again, I use this for the run and gun stuff, and I also use it for streaming, so I need to be able to move my camera quickly. And having a quick release ball head is pretty clutch. Let's see. Let's open it up and see how it feels. I love how boxes nowadays kind of follow the Apple motto of somebody did the math to figure out how nice this feels to open. Oh, look at that. That is very nice. Wow. This is gorgeous. First off, I love the packaging. It's absolutely what you want to see. What does this say? Qualified certificate. Beautiful. Look at this. This feels nice. It doesn't stick to the box. I gotta say, props to whoever designed the packaging. It's not bad. It is sturdy, safe, soft, but not, doesn't have a lot of give. You got the tools associated with it. I mean, this is no joke. Look at this guy. This feels heavy and sturdy at the same time. And this was easy. This knob has a very smooth function, which I really like. It feels smooth when you move it, but it also feels really secure when I tighten it, which is nice. Now let's check the quick release. Oh, right there, hopefully. And here, locked, unlocked. Oh my gosh. It works. It works really nicely. I really like it. Wow, and it's got, so I don't have to worry about which end I put it in. The latch hole is right there and here on all four sides, which is clutch because it's latched to. I like the design. This is great. I can just pop and release, and this is one of the sturdy screws. It doesn't feel cheap, you know what I mean? Like sometimes you put a piece of film equipment and you're like, what kind of crap metal did they use? The threads bear thin really quickly. Like, why did I try to save money instead of going name brand? Which is why I spent a little pretty penny on this, because I didn't want that experience. Because then, think about it this way. You spend $10 because you're thinking you're saving yourself some, but then you have to buy like 4 of them. So you've spent $40 anyway, right? And you probably still don't have one because it keeps breaking. Why not just spring for the $40 model? I'm not sure how much this costs, by the way, but I'm just giving you an example that sometimes you have to spend smart instead of always try to cut corners and cut savings and stuff, because a lot of the time you get what you paid for. Obviously when there's a counter mounted on here, pop right off. This is great. I'm a fan. Now let's see how this thread is the bigger one, the 3/8, not the 1/4, not the 24, the 38 millimeter thread. So it's the thicker, sturdier one, which is great because I think it will mount to what I bought next, and we'll talk about that in a second. And here, oh, I didn't even notice it has a little hot shoe on here. I can mount like an extra microphone onto this, or, well, I don't even know, but I have the option to mount a peripheral on here with a hot shoe. Oh, this is nice. I gotta say, like, in terms of geeky film gear, this is nice. Wow. And I bought 2. So yeah, this is great. Rotates really nicely, smooth but sturdy, just like the other knob. The hot shoe is awesome. The quick release actually freaking works, and it feels sturdy. Like, all of these parts are metal. There is no plastic to be had. This ball will not shatter under the release. This, oh my God, I can't tell you how many tripod heads I had that had this kind of design but made with plastic parts, and it just snaps. It's no good in any kind of weather. It can't take, even the slightest bump might break a chip break or chip a corner. It's like, it's not cute, you know? This feels really nice and I'm proud and I'm very, very happy. Oh! This thing is great! This is great. I have about 1.5 million of these Allen wrenches. I can't even read which millimeters it is, like millimeters or centimeters or whatever the, I don't know. But this is, I need to figure this out. What the heck is this? This is, so the thicker one, there are two main standards in filmmaking gear that you will find is in terms of the thread counts. One of them is the 38 millimeter, which is for thicker things and fatter tripods, and the sturdier screws come with that. And obviously everything that has to fit into it has to align with the 38 millimeter. And then there's the 24, which is for smaller things. Run and gun type tripods will have the 24. And this is an adapter, so peep that. What you do is the outside is measured to the 38 and the inside is the 24. So this is really nice to have, and I literally have a little box full of little adapters like this because when you're on set, sometimes it comes up that you look at the thing and you're like, oh, that's the wrong thread, I need an adapter. Obviously there's no way to go the other way, but most gear will have the 38 and then some gear does have the 24, so it's really nice to have adapters on hand. Does anybody in the comments know what this is? Drop a comment if you know what this is. I'm gonna look it up, try to figure it out for myself, but if anybody already knows, feel free to share. What the heck is this? I'm not getting rid of it. It looks important. Is this a multi-tool or something? I don't know, but I'm not getting rid of it because if it came in the package with the 3 sacred things you need most, this to tighten or loosen this. Oh snap! If you can tighten and loosen it, maybe you can even have a different attachment. Oh shoot! Yeah. Okay, I'm really a fan of this. So that was the unboxing of the Ulanzi. I hope you enjoyed that segment. Let's jump into the tripod to which I will be attaching this to. So let's talk about the next thing that I bought, which is the Arkscan tabletop camera mount. That's the correct name, is tabletop camera mount. Okay, let's open this guy up. Lovely box design, nice and sturdy. Ta-da! Not much to it. Word. Simple, effective. This thing is sturdy. It didn't even have any padding or whatever in it. This feels nice. It's light. I can tell that this segment at least is made of carbon fiber. These are heavier metal joints, brackets. Kind of open. Oh, there we go. Pops open. And then, as predicted, you can move it around. This is nice. Didn't come with any instructions or anything. I'm thinking that they understand it's pretty intuitive, which is good design. I love good design. And then locks pretty stable, which is great because when you've got like, I don't know, anywhere 10, maybe even 20 pounds mounted on this thing, you want to make sure your stuff does not move, right? What's this guy? Ah, okay. This is the original mount, the OG mount. And look, exactly as I told you, this has the 24 connector because they want you to be able to mount a small camera or a big camera. Most cameras, like with a smaller body, will actually have a 24 on the bottom. The metal parts on the inside are pretty cool. Like this is metal on the inside. The only thing in danger of breaking here is the knob itself is made of plastic. That's that. What's this I'm doing? Oh, cool. This is the clamp, and this is not messing around. I can tell you that right now. Every single piece here is, except for this knob, is plastic, and this knob feels metal to the touch, but honestly, it's got this like smooth sheen to it, so I don't know. So you can move it around to where you need to, how you want to mount it. Do you want to mount it like this, to the edge of the table? Do you want to bend it forward, bend it back for some reason, balance your camera gear, whatever you want to do. This has versatility. It's nice that it's on the head like this, and then you can rotate wherever you need it to be. It's good design. I really like it. I'm not surprised why it was recommended by so many streamers because this is pretty sturdy. So, for example, I do advocate that you install this loose and then affix things. Whoopsie, this one. So there you go. So I do advocate that you rotate it out so that you can adjust wherever you want, but then tighten it in a way that's not like I had it before over here on the table. That's not smart. Use your head. You got this. Okay, so that's that. And then you put your film camera gear, and let me show you. If you were to, say, take your, look, it's an optional phone head. That's so cool. Yes, so you can mount that to this end, and then point your camera down, up, and then, you know, for tabletop filming. It's a baller purchase. So that's the tabletop camera mount from Arkscan. This is great. One more thing I'll add, I opened up the optional phone mount for the Arkscan arm, and it's really cool.
Cool.
The spring feels nice. This is made of metal. This is soft, so it won't damage your phone even if you don't wear a case, which I obsessively do because I have little kids, so I just keep my phone in a case all the time, but still. And then, yeah, there you go. Most phone sizes will fit. You have to pull pretty hard to get it open to like the bigger phone size, but yeah. And then mounts on a 24 and an optional screw on this side, so you can put it this way or this way for whatever your comfort level is. Next up, I got some streaming lights to open up. Let's do this. I treated myself to some Phillips Hue personal wireless lighting stuff so that I can control it from wireless, and you know what? Here's a sneak peek into the end of the video that blows my mind. I can set up the streaming deck to control the lights, which will be incredibly helpful, like as part of a scene in the office, and long story to come. But, can't wait. So let's open up the lights and see what we got. Oh, I did not expect that. Wow, talk about an unboxing experience. And I'm really surprised there's nothing here to protect it, so if like it gets damaged in shipping, boom, you've broken your lights. I'm kind of surprised there's no soft layer on the top, but holy moly, that was that was fun. That was fun. Wow, they're pretty. They're wrapped in paper. This is no joke. I could see myself using these on set for like music videos and other like product videos. A product video for product videos. Okay, so let's try to pull these out elegantly through. There you go. Normal AC power adapter. I imagine that there's a cord in here somewhere. This one I'll definitely be reading the instructions for quite heavily because there's a lot of little nuancy things. Like, for example, check it out. There's a little mount on the back there. Ooh, right there, a little mount hole. Oh, and another one. See? Those are not 24s or 38s, I'm here to tell you, so I hope the screws are included. And then we'll figure out the rest as we go so that I can mount it in an interesting way and do my own little production setup. You guys even maybe know, but just to film some YouTube videos and live stream. I mean, production design matters, you know, like what you've got going on in your background is either a distraction or it's kind of pretty and peaceful to look at. And so I'm trying to up my game here because I intend to do this for a long time. And whether it's filmmaking or making videos for this channel, look, I just want my stuff to look nicer, you know, so that's what the whole point of this all is. So here we go. We have the other one is unwrapped. This came in a pack of 2. It was quite expensive. Links for all this is in the description, by the way, and they're affiliate links, so you'd be helping me out if you use those links if you intend to buy any of this stuff. But again, don't spend money you don't have, okay? I'm not responsible for your debt. Let's see what else we got in the box. Okay. So here you go, the instructions packet. Ta-da. I feel like it's nice. I'm gonna pop it open in the back, the little envelope. Yep, here we go. Instructions. Hey, look, we got screw heads. We got mounting screw heads right there, the little ones. Wow, tiny. I hope there's the Allen wrench. Where's the Allen wrench? I know there's gonna be. And 3M strips. I'm all about, your girl is all about 3M strips. I love 3M strips. And yeah, here's the Allen wrench that we're gonna need. Ta-da. Yes, I will be reading you instructions. Oh, you and I have a date with Destiny. And let's see what else we all got here. Oh, options for mounting. This is so great. And they seem to be, like the 3M strips will go on here. That makes a lot of sense. This is a plastic mount, but these are pretty, these aren't too heavy. So I can see myself using this. And it's pretty cool, pretty standard, helpful. What else do we have? Power adapter. That means there's a power adapter here somewhere. Here's another mount for the other one, whatever I want to do. And 2 more options in case all I want to do is just put it down. Put it up. like on a stand, so that it can light up. And that's what it looks like. This is for if I want to mount it so that it's facing out, and this is for if I want to just set it on a tabletop and have it splash some light on a wall or a shelf or something. That's nice. You know what would be cooler? If there was a kind of like, I mean, and maybe you could buy it. Yeah, I'm sure you could. I'm sure somebody has solved this problem, but it'd be nice to have one that like you can kind of rotate, you know what I mean? But I'm not gonna splurge any more than I've already done. All right. Oh, yep, there we go. Ta-freaking-da. Ta-da! Yes, and it's got 3 connectors. Wow, that's, yeah, you want a good power supply. So this puppy slides, obviously. And this is nice too because I actually have stuff that's international. So if you're an international traveler and you want to set up your streaming gear or whatever, you're like planning an extended trip but you can't really take time away from work or whatever you have. Anyway, any situation where you need to bring your lights with you, few and far between, definitely not in my situation. But I can see myself swapping out these things for like international ones. If you're filming a vlog in Italy, or you're, you know, doing somebody's wedding video in China, like you can swap these out to the standards that they have over there. It's very nice, quick release, good stuff. I mean, this is a power brick. And then these beauties plug in here. You set them up, and you are good to go. You are good to go, my friends. And I bought 2 of them because I wanted the variability to set up scenes for all sorts of things. So, and sometimes when you buy stuff and then you're like, oh, I really wanted like another one of those, or it turns out I needed another one of those, or maybe your first one's broke or something, God forbid. Then you come back to it and it's like more expensive, or they don't make that model anymore, and now you're like, oh man, no, my stuff doesn't match. No. So this was more like proactive thinking. So that is the lights portion. Now we're getting into the real meat and potatoes of the entire streaming setup that I bought. The lights and the arms and stuff, that was more like the window dressing, the salad, the fruit cup, if you will. Here's the real puppy that I splurged on.
What is this?
I originally looked up a ton of videos on how to hook my camera up to my computer using streaming software, specifically OBS, because that seems to be the one everybody is using and it's standard and supported. And I was like, okay, there's gonna be a lot of videos on how to use this, so I really should jump on that bandwagon. And I found a couple ways, a couple videos to hook it up via USB to my laptop, but it wasn't working for me. Maybe I have a newer model and it's just deprecated information at this point, but it wasn't working for me the way it was working for everybody else. And I was like, it's not working. I've done all the things with the settings and it still somehow wasn't reading. Maybe my software was glitchy or whatever. There's a linking software that Sony updated and changed the name of. The idea being that you use the remote through your camera on one application and you use OBS on another application to start looking, and you point OBS to look at the screen of your remote software. It is very janky. First off, you have to have 2 programs running at the same time, which depending on the power of your laptop, you may not even be able to do, because they're, you know, using like visual graphics and stuff like that, whatever, your RAM may not be able to keep up. And second off, if one program glitches, your stream, like, good luck troubleshooting your stream live if that happens to you. So I kind of wanted to avoid that hack, because I finally figured it out, but I was like, this is a bit too ghetto. I want something a little more reliable, more stable, so I'm not like constantly anxious every time I run a stream, like, is something gonna break today? The other way to do it is the correct way, right? Which is you have the Sony with its micro, please, micro, not mini, mini is a different connector, micro HDMI to HDMI connector, and then I have an HDMI port on my computer, and so I was thinking, oh, I just plug it in, and for the life of me it wasn't working, and I was like, why isn't it working? Because no matter what, you have to have a capture card and it has to go through USB. I don't know why yet. I don't have time to look all that stuff up. If you happen to know off the top of your head, please drop a comment. It's curious. I will look it up when I have time, but honestly, it's low on the list of priorities. So anyway, what I needed to do was buy a capture card. And I opted for this one, the Camlink Pro. Why? Because it has more than one HDMI port. That's why. The dude from Think Media, he's the one whose streaming setup I kind of emulated. And I bought it off of his kit. And multiple people are using this setup. You can hook up your multiple cameras to it and run whatever streaming software you do. You can run your streaming software through this. I think streamers who like do video games and stuff can hook up their switches to it. I'm not sure. I think you can. Anything that has an HDMI port. It has 4 HDMI ports. So let's open this. Let's open this sucker up. All right, here we go. This is what slid out of the box for me. And ta-da! Oh, that's pretty. This way? Yeah. Welcome to the book of your streaming setup. I opted for the one that's more, why? Future-proofing. I do intend to expand my setup a little bit more as I can afford it, as more interest grows, as my channel grows and everything else. I want to be able to show you more unboxing videos where I have, you know, multiple cameras and I can switch between them. And this is what it's for. Ta-da. This is intimidating. Look at this. You basically run this into your computer. Holy moly, I'm gonna need instructions on how to hook this up. That's the Pro Camlink. Wow. And then that's the capture card. It captures all these inputs, parses it, does some whatever magic it has to in order to get it to work and stream through my computer. Holy moly, this is intimidating. Anyway, and it's made by Elgato, which is great because it also pairs really well with the last thing that I bought, which is the Elgato Stream Deck XL. I'll unbox that in a second. Let's see what else we have in the Camlink Pro box. Oh, here we go. Whoa, what is this? And I'm looking at this card. It says electronics. Oh my, is this like an extra graphics card or something? I will have to look this up. Obviously it tells you to, you know, go to Elgato Gaming to figure out what this is. I'm sure people in the know what this is, but I am eager to find out because I did not expect that in the box. And the instructions. Yes, I'm going to be spending some time with you, Elgato instructions. And that's it, that's all that's in there. So no cables to connect it, you just literally plug it into the computer directly, which I will have to read up on how with the instructions. I'm gonna do a separate video where I show you the setup and talk about what the final version of everything looks like. But for now, this is just unboxing. I'm intimidated. This is gonna be a scary installation. I think of everything else that I bought. I understand how to install this, but this I've never had the pleasure. Which is funny, because I worked with computers for like 15 years before switching over to film. But not so much with the hardware. I'm not the type of person that built a PC. I had somebody else do that for me. Lots of somebodies. I ain't paid them. The last, but definitely not least, I'm very excited for this. The Elgato Stream Deck. Let's do it.
A few minutes later.
They really want you to anticipate. Stream Deck XL. Very, very nice. And oh, you know it's fancy when this feels more like a blankie than it does a piece of paper. Oh my goodness, and they've got the finger holes ready for you. Oh my gosh, I'm very excited about this. It's lighter than I thought. It's got a sticker. The button press. I just pushed it through the... I'm really excited about this. Ta-da! Yo, these buttons feel so nice. The button press is unbelievable. It's soft but kind of squishy, but doesn't slide around on you. I love the way it feels. Maybe it's part of it is my excitement, but I'm very, very happy with how this feels and surprised by how well it feels. Like I can depress a button, I feel like I've touched it, but it doesn't give you resistance, like you have to work for it. Now it's, and then the back here, I don't know what this is for. Feels important. Maybe it's just to mount it. Maybe it's just Ta-da. There. Cable is in the box. Ta-da. Out it comes. We have USB-C to USB, whatever the regular one is, the standard one. It looks like USB-B, BA or whatever. I don't remember. Anyway, USB to USB-C. And I like the material on it. I feel like they put a lot of thought into the touches of how to link it up to what you need to do. It's just, this is a mounting, oh, it's magnetic! Okay. Nobody told me that. It's back here. Back here in the very back, tucked away ever so gently. You have the C connector that goes right there. Let me insert that so that you can see it. Come on, there you go. So the proprietary cable goes in there, that powers your stuff. Then you lock it here. Pop it back in. Wow. And then use the B connector to, in my case, I'm gonna be doing streaming on my laptop. So that's where this will go. And then I will use the Stream Deck to control the Camlink card. This is the part that I don't understand yet. I have a lot of software to hook up. So these instructions are more like for the hardware. It seems like these instructions for the hardware. I'm gonna have to look up the software that I'm gonna need to install and how to use said software. So I've got a little bit of reading to do. I'm gonna be spending time with this book and these lights, and I'm gonna look up the Camlink information as well. It should be easy. A lot of the streamers are saying, oh, it was really easy to set up, and I trust that. And also, I mean, I can always go to YouTube University to figure out how to configure something if I have trouble. Oh, I did it wrong. Here it shows you the picture of how to set up the cable. I screwed up. So there's a hole back here. I completely missed it. Ooh, yay for cable management. They thought of this too. That's hilarious. So you take this apart and you run this end of the cable through here. Whoops. See, this is all stuff you learn as you go. All right, guys. There you go. Set up. So now that we've opened every package there is to open, how about a few glory product shots?